recording. Hi everyone, I'm Ria. Gonna be doing a Zendikar Rising human draft. And I'm nervous, but let's go ahead and... Do I get a reward? Oh, I suppose I'm no longer back soon. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. Alright, what do we got? We got Archon of Emeria. Not bad. You got Relic Vial, which a lot of really good. Bubble Snare, Blood Beckoning, jeez. A lot of good cards. Block of Predation is good, although it's maybe not the best double face. I don't think that's good. That's not great. I like the Root Gazer, but I don't want to commit to green-white. I'm probably gonna take the Relic Vial and kind of lean a little bit towards Clerics. Card's just really solid, and even if it's not Cleric deck, still get some value out of it. So I'm gonna take the Relic Vial to start off. Got a land. Got some good stuff in this pack again. Land, I mean, I don't mind rare drafting, but I don't really want to rare draft. We've got Bubble Snare, Draga Visionary, Angel Heart Protector, Expedition Healer. I think I'm going to probably take the Feed the Swarm. Removal is always good. Black-White Clerics usually gain some life, and I'm going to kind of start heading in that direction. Always get a piece of removal or two early if possible. You know, the life gain is not the greatest. You know, or the life gain is always awesome. But when you've got a Relic Vial to kind of gain some of that life back, then that mitigates the life loss of Feed the Swarm. And also if I can get some aggression. Alright, so we've got Relic Axe, which is okay, but you really want to be in Warriors. Cinderclasm I don't like. Password Fortification is fine, but it's nothing special. I'll probably take it just because it is a double-faced. No, I don't know. Like, these are okay payoffs for black. This is okay, okay. I think it's between the Bastard Fortification and the Shepherd of Heroes. I'm going to take the Shepherd. I think staying in the Black-White Cleric's life gain deck is better than going into green-black right away. Fortification is fine, but it's easily one of the worst spell lands like you could get. None of this is really what I'm looking for. I see another Draga Visionary, decent. Like all of those, pretty much. I'm taking a green card. This is just not that good. I'm gonna take the Visionary. I'm gonna try to take the Visionary. Jeez. Alright, so now we're seeing some stuff I like. Zoff Consumption is actually pretty good, and I can think we can get Malakir Blood Priest Expedition Healer. I can probably get one of these three to come back, and even these are not the worst. Spell lands you want to take pretty highly, especially a card like this. This is good early as a land, good late as a spell. The life gain is relevant in black-white. I definitely don't want to be forcing it, but we'll see if we can... the fact that we saw a few decent to good black-white cards at that point does make me a little on the happy side that deck that might be open. All right, we got... The Mind Drain, I've heard it's just good enough to be playable. Mind Rot is borderline playable, but adding in a point of life drain and a mill kind of does push it into not something that you're happy to see, but certainly not something that is unplayably bad. Definitely, definitely want to be prioritizing some creatures at this point. If I can get this bat to wheel, that'd be awesome. And even these are not unplayable. I'm gonna take the Blood Priest. That's exactly where I want to be. Even if it's only draining for one, it's still gaining me a life. Anything that's life gain cares about that. I mean, the lithoforming is just not playable, but you never know if. I like the Raptor more than this. 2/2 for 3 is the evasion is better than a 6-mana 3/2 that might nug something for -2/-2, and being able to pick up a Zoth Bloodbog or another spell land is generally pretty good. So the Tazim Raptor does have some nice payoffs. With nice synergies with the spell lands. I like Subtle Strike, but I mean, I think we're going to take another spell land. I mean, that's definitely one of the worst spell lands, but I'd still rather have Flocka Predation than a Swamp on turn 9. See who's holding us up. You can actually click and see where all the packs are. And I think I'm fine taking the Skyclave Sentinel. It's good on 3 if you need some defense. It's good on 7, the 4/5. I'm not really looking to be rogues at this point, but I do have a lot of black, and I think that's better than Resolute Strike. There's a chance Smite the... probably not going to play either of these, but I think I'm more likely to want Smite the Monstrous. And I'll take the filler creature. It's fine. Crawling Barrens, I think that's actually really good. Just having a land that can... I'm just looking to see what else we have, but there's really nothing that's like screaming awesomeness, but we've got a couple clerics. I don't really have any life gain payoffs at this point, but I think I like the Force Celebrant, because I think there's a good chance we can get some life gain payoffs. Although the Expedition Healer is a 2. I think just because it's a 2 over a 3, I'm going to take the healer. There's not much here. I'll take a 2/1 Flash Flyer. Might not be in the right deck, but... Right now, it's not looking great, but it can definitely still change. We still got quite a few. I think I'm gonna take a Pack Beast. If we want to splash, that's good. Every creature type. So if there's any. We'll kind of get some more rogue synergies, which is always possible. Still at this point, I could still probably switch out a white. Probably locked into black at this point, but hopefully we cut black and white well enough in pack 1 that me and my big mouth, right? All the black and white is gone, which is, you know, you don't know that there was anything in the pack, but it's also possible they opened just a bomb mythic, you know, card. They opened the black-white rare, and I'm just never gonna force them out of that. There's just nothing going. Yeah, I think that somebody just to my... This looks like somebody to my left was also on black-white. Just seeing all the green-red cards coming. Probably this is not a good deck. This is good though, seeing some of this stuff coming. I think this is a okay combat trick. You can definitely win 2 combats. I'm mostly clerics, but I do have a couple rogues. This can be anything. A warrior. None of that is really all that good, though. Unfortunately. It just stinks that we've got one person who's just holding us up. Oh my gosh, come on. Pick another pack beast. I don't think that should be staying in the pack at this point. A really late risen Riptide. Nobody it must be a case that nobody's in blue-green kicker, otherwise that would have gotten snapped up. Always a chance that I play that. A lot of blue. Honestly, I kind of want to take the moss-built skeleton. And maybe... I mean, I don't really have that much white. Seems like green is more open than white is, and if I can get like a couple more of these... Already, this is much better than... Already, that's 2 cards that are much better than any white I've gotten so far. Put the Visionary in. Pony ambushes, that's kind of the business. A really good spell land. feel like I have enough party synergies that I still do kind of want those Blood Priests, plus they're 2 mana. Would really love to see another piece of removal, but I think at pack 4 I'm not likely to get anything too good. Pickaxes, I'm not really looking to be there. Not there. I think I'm just going to take the Crocodile. It does have some counter synergies for like the Moss Pit Skeleton. Nice, another Moss Pit Skeleton. There's finally a life gain payoff. If I can get the Hagra Constrictor, I'll be happy. Alright, well this is still not great. But it's definitely... I feel like I was able to avert it from total train wreck. I don't think this is a 7-win deck. This might be a 3-3 deck. But if I can get even 3 wins... I'll take a Hagra Constrictor and I won't be unhappy about that. I think I actually no, I'm not in white anymore, but I will take the Death Toucher. Death Touch plus Colony Ambush does I still will play the Relic Vial, a way to sack a creature. I think actually the Zendikar's not bad to put on a spell land, because then when you die I can get the spell back. Get the land, but then I can cast it as a spell later on. There's a chance I want the supplies, but I don't think so. I think I'm quite that grindy. I mean, if I'm going to play grindy, I'll probably play the Blood Price over. Nice, I did get the Constrictor back. Alright, so I gotta make some cuts. I like to see it in this view. And the Crawling variant, I think, is really good. Unfortunately, it doesn't trigger counter synergies with the Moss Pit unless you double activate it. Because you put the counters on and then it can become a creature. Probably gonna play something like this. Like, I do have the Moss Pit Skeletons that can kind of come back at 5. I think actually because I have 3 spell lands, I think I'm gonna go actually down and go the Blood Price. Alright, well, you know, I don't know if this is really all that good. Got some flyers. I mean, this is actually not bad synergy with Mospit Skeleton either. Because it dies but a counter, you can get this on the top. Fortunately, this is not card advantage because it just puts it on the top. It's card quality, but not advantage. Alright, well, let's see how badly it goes. Yeah, I also have the 7-drops, the gargoyles. I'll keep it. Alright, let's see what they've got. They can actually eat this turn. Nine me if they want. I think I gotta take my beats. Not attacking. Interesting. Oh no, they did. Weird that it did the damage and then it... That's odd. Makes it a 4-5. This would be a 5-4, so... Alright, I'm actually just dead. No, not quite. I do have one more turn. But I'm basically just dead. I just... And if they have another pump spell... Alright, well, hi Rhea. Unfortunately, this deck is not all that great that I have drafted. Kinda didn't quite come together, and they, you know, they had a pretty aggressive draw as well. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Sure. You can flash in a flyer EOT, so there's no need to blue-white cleric, that's interesting. Nice, I milled a Journey to Oblivion, I'm very happy about that. I'll take my beats. Ugh, just always stinks when you just mill lands, though. Play with an attack. Nice, not bad. It's only when it blocks a creature, not when it gets blocked by a creature. They've got Rogue, Cleric, Cleric. So they're at party 2. Oh, it even says party 2. Alright, curious what they have. Maybe like a Resolute Strike. Kind of be the first thing that comes to mind for me. Killing Trap, okay, that's not bad. But they're not getting a card, they don't have a wizard. I'm still able to hit them for 8. I'll leave the Mucklord back on defense, but I'll attack with the other. I do have a Cleric, so the Drain effect is on. I can always also sack the... I probably will, yeah, leave the Mucklord so I can get its trigger. Put a counter somewhere. Just attack with a flyer. Okay, that's not bad for them. Yep. That's some good stuff to mill. At any time I can do the sap. But I don't know if they have any instant speed life gain. So I want to wait for them to tap low. Alright, we got him. We did it! We did not O3 scrub out. I like not scrubbing out. Relic Vial was indeed a beating. Level up! Warm Rise! Alright, this hand seems good. I mean, I get the skeleton. I'm gonna play this as a land turn 1. No, just as a regular 2-2. I'm actually going to attack here, see what they do. I don't know if, yeah, they'll probably take it. Scorch Rider, yep. Kind of turning into a bit of a board stall. Although if they get an equipment, then that core Blade Master is going to make me a sad girl. I'd like to draw a card. Drawing cards is good. Still don't have any of my flyers yet. That's a really good card. I can't target it or it becomes a bunch of 1/1s. Oh, that was not the... Thankfully that was a card that gave me a choice. I get to drain it for another 2. Yeah, I think I'd like to have a 5/5 available to me. The Relic Vial just kind of blunted a lot of their attack. Now that's not bad. They can pump this twice to make it a 5/3. And that's not bad. We attach it to... Okay, so we can trade. Alright, so they're out. They're out of cards. Doesn't trample, does it? No, there's no need to double pump. Still not really a good attack for me. Although I feel like I'm in good shape at this point. Not bad. Okay, they're gonna get to hit me for a few. We'll have to double pump. I mean, that doesn't do any good because it doesn't really do much because they have trample. Did we get him? Yes! We got him! We got him! Although next turn was going to be good for me because I could play this kick to get the moss pit back. I had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so I could even have up a relic vial activation. We have not flubbed out of this. We are actually at 2-1. A lot better than I thought that this deck was going to be. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies! Whammy! So, 3 is the big, because that goes from 250 up to 1,000 gems. That third win is big, because like the first 2 wins only get you to 250, but the third one gets you all the way to 1,000. Like, if you get 3-3 drafts reliably, then you're in pretty good shape. Alright, I've got a removal. I mean, I'm kind of a little lacking early. Hopefully they're not too aggressive, but I have both my colors. I have Feed the Swarm, Relic Vial. Now, like, if they're not super aggressive, then this is going to be pretty good for me. If they are super aggressive, this will not be the most ideal. That probably needs to eat a... Feed the Swarm, but I don't necessarily want to do it right away. I think I can give them 1 turn. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of my opponent has the nuts there. That was my opponent kind of just having the nuts. Sometimes your opponent's just going to have the nuts, right? And there ain't a daggone thing you can do about it. They're practically playing constructed now. They practically have a constructed deck, and I'm just dirtling with average limited cards. I don't know how many life spawn they have, or if they just happen to just have the nuts. I mean, props to them for having it, right? I mean, not just having 2 of them in the deck, because there's usually, for each uncommon, you're expected to get about 1 per draft. A little bit more than 1 per draft. I think there's 70 uncommons and 72 uncommons, because it's 3 in each pack, 24 packs in a draft pod. Okay, you got a constructed deck. You're awesome. I'm literally dead on board. Like, I don't think there's any card. I mean, yeah, I don't think there's anything I could have drawn to get me out of that. Even with the +4, I was still taking 7 is going to be lethal. Sometimes your opponent just got the nuts. Props to them, but... Alright, this hand is fine. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have the greatest hand. I can turn 2 Stonework Pack the... Oh, well, now I can turn 2 Moss Pit. I'm drawing a lot of lands. I'm going to play the Pack Beast because I'd rather lose that than lose the Moss Pit. When it attacks. Okay. Well, they don't have a 3rd land. That's good for me. And I milled 2 lands. Alright, well, it looks like there's a good chance we do end up going to 3 and 3. That would make me happy, at least. This should gum up the ground pretty nicely. Evasion is good. Fly in the bombs. Bombs, removal, evasion is number 3. So that's not bad for them. All right, I think I've got this one. I can't think of anything that they could have. Yeah, it's like I don't think they could think of anything that they could have either. Yahoo! Well, we did not. We have at least an even record. We got get 1,000 gems for our trouble, and I think 3 packs minimum. Some 2 packs. So 2 packs and 1,000 gems. I mean, that's pretty close to even money. And if we can get another win, then we're pretty much moving pretty large. So fingers are crossed that my opponent can not have the nuts. Alright, this is, I had a 2-3, kind of a 4. Well, that's not the greatest for them. Probably gonna play... Oh, no blocks. That's not bad for them. I'm gonna play the Mucklord over the Constrictor. If they want to trade, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I don't have a lot of party synergies. I guess the reason not to is if they have a removal spell for Ghoul Draws. Yeah, that would be the reason not to. Let's see what you've got. I think that's still better than as it stands, got a healthy life total. Neither of us really have any decent attacks. That's that. Now they have good attacks. That's good. That's going to be good for them if they got another premium removal spell off the top. I think I gotta go one more turn of taking my beats. Need to find that land. Alright, that's good. Surprised they didn't attack there. What do they have? If they attack with the Scorch Rider, I mean, as like, yeah, I guess they don't attack because I could double block. And they're trading Scorch Rider for Skyclave Sentinel unkicked. Are they roping me? As I really hope that. I think they're roping me. I'm not happy about this. I'm getting roped. I am getting roped. My friends? Or they disconnected, I don't know. Either or. I'm not sure which one I prefer. They're BMing me because they actually have the nuts. I don't think there's a good attack here. They're BMing me and they have the nuts. That would be the worst. They've actually disconnected. That's, you know, that's not great for them, but at least... Yeah, I'm thinking I'm getting roped here. Always the ropers. So I'm just gonna sit here and have a chat. I'll take my win. You know, like I said, the worst thing at all is if they're just roping me and they're gonna wait until the last second, and then they're just gonna have the Stone Cold Nuts and just like drop a Zagras or something and just kick my sorry button to the ground. Okay. That would really peeve me pretty hard. But hey, made it to Plat 3. I mean, there's no way I'm making Diamond. I'm not even gonna do enough drafts to get to Diamond. But hey, we're 4-2, so we got basically got. I don't want to say we got our entry fee back. No money, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Yeah, that's pretty much a whammy. But 1,400 gems. I mean, that's. I hesitate to say we get our gems back because I paid entry with the draft token from the Mastery Pass, so I didn't really enter with gems or gold or whatever. But hey, I mean, I've got 4,500 gems sitting on at this point in the format. I mean, I don't have to worry about buying the next Mastery Pass because I've, you know, easily got that. Speaking of hand, hand's a little slow. I'd love to see a 2-drop. I'd love to draw even a pack piece would be fine. Just with the state of the world going around, I don't like that name. I mean, I think it could definitely be an okay name, but I guess I'm a little on edge with 2020 being, you know, 2020. It's the bat. Feeling batty. You know, there's definitely a train of thought that you don't want to play Mind Drain right away. Well, you know, there is one of my Moss Pit skeletons, so hopefully we can get that back soon. Can't be blocked and be able to draw cards off of it. I'm making this trade here so they don't have the option to unblockable unless they're one of their last 2 cards in hand is a rogue. Which it is. Go configure. I think they've probably got this one. Interesting that they're not attacking the they didn't attack with the Gloom Hunter. That's good for that's really good for me. Alright, I think they got this one. The deck had some things going for it, but it was not the strongest deck of all time. Still taking it to a 4-3 record. I am not unhappy with this. I got to rank up. I get my set. I've got 1,400 gems and 3 packs for my trouble. So I'm up to almost 4,500 gems already. So I'm set up very nicely for the next couple of sets. I think I have a set mastery orb waiting for me. I'm just gonna go ahead and... Oh, is this one of those things where it won't actually let me... I guess it won't let me get the Symbiosis until I've gone both paths. I thought you could just go either path, but I guess you have to have both of these to, you have to have both before you can go up here. Still, I want an Inscription of Abundance right away. And I do want to get this. I mean, I would like... I'll probably get the Smashing next. I don't know. Anyway, we got 4 packs to open. Get another wild card. Pack is guaranteed to have a wild card in it. Because I get the free one. Maddening Cacophony. This is mill card. Mill 8 or mill half your library. I just don't think there's really a mill deck that's viable at the moment. Although, I'm not saying that people aren't going to try. I just don't think it's... Oh, nice. Got a Pathway. Needle Verge. Red or white. Backside is white. Got lots of common and uncommon wild cards. We got... This card is just bad. I mean, I don't know if it's quite, you know, unplayably bad, but... Like, if you can use it, if you can get through, like, late game, but it's just... Like, 1 mana Trample Haste is something that makes it seem like you want to play it early. But then it deals combo damage to a player, just like, oh, well, that sucks. It's not like you're really going to be threatening lands and then sending them back to the opponent's hand. Rakmaw, that would have been great. That on the other hand would have been great to see. If I had opened that, getting it's a 3/3 for 3 basically. Whenever another creature you control dies with a +1/+1, if it had a +1/+1 counter on it, you put a +1/+1 counter on Grakmaw, and when it dies, it replaces itself. It comes back as just a Hydra that's as big as Grakmaw was, more or less. That card would have been sweet to get if I got that with the more counter synergies. I think it would have been a really I think the green-black is probably pretty solid. Just yeah, it's